Welcome to Elite. Welcome to Elite at level Litany of the Dead. This quest can be kind of scary and confusing to people who are new to it, but it's really not scary or confusing at all. Just going to go over some quick changes from last level, from my last video. I'm level 17 now, so I do have level 9 spells. Picked up Mantle of the Icy Soul, if you're not familiar with that. That is a buff that you can use when you're in water elemental form. And it basically adds some crowd control and debuff action to your cold spells, to mobs hit by your cold spells. And so what it does is it gives mobs a 25% penalty to movement speed, a 10% penalty to attack speed, and a -4 penalty to reflex and fortitude saves. Pretty cool spell. Won't be using that in this video though, because it's going to be doing fire elemental form. Also got Storm of Vengeance, which is the granddaddy of the Druid AoE damage spells. Really nice spell that does both electrical damage and acid AoE damage. And the acid damage cannot be evaded or saved against. As far as the enhancements go, the only change is I picked up Negotiator up to tier 3. That gives +5 universal spell power. Nothing else has changed. And as far as gearing goes, everything else is the same as my last video. So here, if you're not familiar, you can actually use a ranged weapon to hit the lever on the other side of these traps. So if you don't have the hit points or the saves or something to get by these traps, I told the wolf to stand his ground, and he didn't listen. See, there's a safe path here. He must have rolled really bad on his saves because he's got evasion and I've got his trap save line fully maxed. This guy's pretty funny. He changes his weapon throughout the fight, and he actually tells you which weapon he's switching to. At one point he says he's using a Vorpal, so you want to make sure that you have Deathbot going. So this part's timed, takes 3 minutes, and you have to pull this lever here, and every minute one of those levers up top will toggle, turning the crystals green. Once they're all green, you can continue on. And you can hide, there's some corners you can hide in to avoid the mobs, but I really don't want my videos to be about, you know, here's how you can hide and perch and stuff. Nothing wrong with it. But that's just not where I want to go with the videos that I'm doing. Alright, here we go. Okay, gonna tell the wolf to stay put here. I don't want him jumping down here. This part can be a little scary, especially when you're out of mana like me and you have bad saves. But I got a lot of hit points, so it shouldn't be a problem. If you don't know the route down, you can get caught up in these force traps. When you're going through here with a group, you want to make sure that you send one person at a time. You wait till the person in front of you gets to the bottom or dies before you go, because you don't want to get caught in the wake of their traps. Once you start going down, the traps start going off a few seconds behind you. So if you went right after them, you're going to get hit by all the traps that they set off. Alright, got a little scary there for a second, but no big deal. Call the wolf down. So here we're going to get to the Black Dragon. He's going to ask us a series of questions, and we answer the questions based on which boss we want to face. You have to run this quest 4 times in order to flag for added. And you have to defeat all 4 bosses. So you can only fight 1 boss every time you run it, but after you defeat that boss, you just come right back in, run it again, go to the other boss. Now, these questions that he asks you are based on the alignment of the boss. So if you knew the alignment of the boss, you sort of have to answer the way that that alignment would respond. But you don't need to know any of that. Just go to solver.cubicleninja.com, and all the answers to those questions are right there. $36,000 experience. Awesome experience. I'm not going to do each of the 4 bosses. There's really no trick to finishing out each of the 4 paths. I'm just going to show you that you can see there are 4 ways to go. This is the way that OpenEye answered the questions according to the boss, the High Priest of Full, the vampire. But these are the other directions that you could go. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions about my videos, you can respond on YouTube. If you have any questions about the build, you can respond to my forum post on the DDO forums in the Druid section. And if you're on Sarlona, you're more than welcome to send me a tell.